All right. Thank you all so much for being here today. I know you had a choice of where to be, and I really appreciate you being here with us. My intention is for us to have some fun and that what you hear during this time together will be a blessing to you or someone you know and love. I received this information a little over 10 years ago when my friend and colleague from the birth community, Dr. Kat, invited me to partner with her in this business. I was a big fat no to doing one of those things, and I was very concerned about protecting my reputation that I had built as a midwife over 15, almost 15 years. But I had a lot of respect for her, and I was open to doing my due diligence. So back then, I was a busy wife and mom of a 4 and 13-year-old, struggling to start my midwifery practice, and I had no time, energy, or money to take on anything else in my life. Also, I was a busy wife and mom and midwife who had no time, energy, or money. So, and I also didn't have any good solutions for those challenges besides leaving my family more and more to attend more and more births. So ultimately, I did more of my own research and I saw that what you are about to learn could actually be just what I was looking for. Not only could it help me and my family have more time, energy, and money, but I also saw a way for me to actually get to dream again about some bigger ways that I could make the world a better place. So obviously, my big fat no turned into an excited yes. And I invested in this business as a birthday present to myself 10 years ago. And these last 10 years have been a huge blessing to me in so many ways. It's been a steady and growing source of income that comes in month after month, whether I'm at a birth, whether I'm on vacation. Um, and it's an amazing community where I've been supported and mentored to grow as a leader and a person, and the blessings to my own health and my family's health, just to name a few. So I have no idea if this business will resonate with you, but if it does, maybe this could be a solution for you too. And at the very least, you will know about something that can support your vitality as you do the important work of being you. So, for the next 45 minutes or so, you are going to hear about $1 trillion industry, which equates to the largest economic trend in world history. That's according to Paul Zane Pilzer, a world economist, public speaker, entrepreneur, author of 8 books, including The Next Millionaires. You are also going to hear about a company and product line that is perfectly positioned to dominate in this category. A company that is catching the attention of a lot of people, a publicly traded, debt-free company that is growing, and how you can capitalize on this timing. So we're going to start by going back to the beginning of our company story with a ABC Primetime News investigative report that aired way back in 2005. Why are we showing you this? Yes, it is quite antiquated, and it is definitely not a marketing piece. But we still love to show it because, one, it's the beginning of our company story. And number two, no one in the last 20 years has duplicated what you are about to see. So that is really exciting. And after we watch this, Kathleen and I will bring you up to speed on what's happened since 2005 and fill you in on what we are doing now in relationship to this report. So as you watch
Following
this, I invite you to ask yourself, who needs to know about this information? Thank you, Kathleen.
is an ABC primetime investigative report that aired in 2005.
You want to get an edge on turning back the clock with just a few pills? Who doesn't? Well, it's no longer science fiction, but science possibility, a potential breakthrough. As I found out firsthand, there may be a way to erase years, at least inside my body. Granted, it's down the road, but some scientists are wondering if a new pill I took might offer a very long life. It may not look like the fountain of youth, but inside this nondescript building, I'm about to become part of an exciting experiment, a kind of guinea pig. Dr. McCord, okay. I'm here at the University of Colorado in Denver to meet Dr. Joe McCord, a world-renowned scientist. That's pretty exciting stuff you find, huh?
It is. We're very excited about it.
His latest research could very well unravel the mystery of aging itself. And his decades of experiments may have the potential of adding years to people's lives and possibly prevent chronic diseases like cancer, diabetes, and heart disease. It all centers around this small yellow pill, and for me, it begins with a blood test.
Yeah, there we go.
Wouldn't be the first time I've given blood for this company. They want to check my levels of something called T-bars, which is a rough indicator of a person's actual age. T-bars can identify a condition known as oxidative stress, a kind of measure of the wear and tear on our bodies. Oxidative stress, like the rusting of an engine, is not a good thing.
Bad for the body,
Leading to disease.
and leading to malfunction, and importantly, leading to what we call aging. It is a slow progression of increasing oxidative stress. That's the main characteristic biochemically of the aging process.
The problem of aging begins with the very food we eat to give us energy. As our cells burn that food, they also release toxic chemicals. Those chemicals, you may know them as free radicals, react with all the components of our cells, literally bombarding them millions of times per second, damaging all our cells. The result? Oxidative stress, and we all have it. The body fights back with a system of defenses. It makes two antioxidant enzymes, catalase and SOD, whose job is to gobble up the free radicals before they can harm our cells. But as we get older, some of those toxic radicals overwhelm our enzymes and wreak their havoc. For a long time, scientists thought that antioxidant vitamins like C and E would lower it, but they don't.
As it's turned out in just the last 5 years or so, we see that they're not good enough tools. They're not powerful enough.
But this pill, he says, is powerful enough. In fact, many times more powerful. So, doctor, how often do I take these? And so, here I go. With that swallow, I've just become part of a potentially landmark scientific experiment. Doesn't taste bad. It's called Protandim, and tests on both mice and humans have already shown that it revs up the manufacture of those good enzymes in our bodies. More enzymes, fewer free radicals to harm us. Whether that will lead to longer life is still unknown. Experiments to see if mice live longer are about to get underway, but it's a tantalizing theory.
Right now, all we know is that this preparation decreases oxidative stress. Oxidative stress is not a disease, just like aging is not in itself a disease, but it's something that accompanies and is attached to many disease processes.
Have you discovered the fountain of youth?
I wouldn't put it that way, but we may have discovered something that will tell us a lot more about how we age, what happens biochemically, and maybe how we can slow it down. And so you can see the age-related.
Normally, oxidative stress, measured by those T-bars, increases with age. But in Dr. McCord's tests, taking just one pill of Protandim a day reversed that trend for everyone at every age, even for an 80-year-old.
They all are reduced to the level of oxidative stress that one would expect, frankly, in a newborn or a very young child.
Back to the oxidative stress levels of a child? It sounds too good to be true. Will Protandim work on me? But what about my progress? After nearly 2 weeks now, it's time to get my results. Dr. McCord calculates the numbers. The result? My level of oxidative stress has declined dramatically.
35%, that's excellent.
Just look at where I fall on the graph, before and after.
Which, if extrapolated back, is the level you would see in a newborn baby.
Have we turned back the clock? Well, maybe not on the outside, but deep inside within my cells. Yes, indeed.
Thank you. So, um, let me ask you a question. Before you saw this ABC clip, was oxidative stress on your radar? I don't know about you, but for me, it was not. I had heard the terms free radicals and antioxidants, but even though I had been in the health and wellness field for, over a decade, I had not heard this term oxidative stress. So I'd love to start there with just a definition of what oxidative stress is, why we have it, and what it does. So, oxidative stress essentially is damage to the cells. It is mutations, it's normal cells turning to abnormal ones. And it happens just from being alive. We can enjoy a nice deep breath, and we got oxidative stress. Just like this picture where you cut an apple in half and you leave it on the counter, without doing anything, it's going to turn brown, right? So this is happening in our bodies as well, and it is exacerbated by the world that we live in with, chemicals and pesticides and herbicides and fungicides and all these chemicals and things in the water, in the air, in our food, and EMFs all around us. There's only so much that we have control of. So this oxidative stress, is the root cause of aging, and it is linked to hundreds of malfunctions and breakdowns in the body. Did you see how John Quinones' oxidative stress level was reduced by 45% in just 14 days? So we have a study that is published that says that Protandim reduces oxidative stress by an average of 40% in 30 days in all mammals. And to the best of my knowledge, we are the only ones who can make that claim, which is a very powerful place to be, especially in business. So here's the problem. According to Dr. Joe McCord, our body typically produces 300 septillion free radicals. That is a 3 followed by 24 zeros that attack our cells every day. So how can we keep up with neutralizing all of those? As you know, people are doing what they know, which is direct antioxidants. They are eating blueberries and drinking green tea and eating vitamin C and taking vitamin C and all these supplements. But the challenge is that each antioxidant enzyme in a direct antioxidant can only neutralize one free radical, and then it is essentially useless. So Protandim is not a direct antioxidant. It is an antioxidant activator. This flips the switch for our bodies to make their own antioxidant enzymes, and it empowers our body endogenously from the inside to not only neutralize those free radicals at a 1-to-1 ratio, but at 1,000,000-to-1. Dr. McCord actually says up to 1,000,000-to-1 per second, every second. And so now that you know what oxidative stress is, what Protandim does in the body, who do you know who could use this? I hope you're saying everyone. And so can you go to the next slide? Yeah, so this is empowering our bodies, just like in a direct antioxidant is trying to put out that house fire with little Dixie cups of water, whereas Protandim Nerf 2 activation is turning on the sprinkler system and fire hose in every room of this burning house. So a little more about the company story and how we got to where we are today. So back in 2005, after this news clip aired, it used to say, for more information, go to abcnews.com, and everybody did. They emailed, they called, they ordered the product. $5 million of product was ordered overnight. The stock went from $1 to $20. Just on sheer speculation as to what this could do in people's bodies. But there was a problem. Dr. McCord was a researcher and a scientist. He was not a marketing guy. There was no sales team to pick up the phone. They were caught completely off guard, with the success of this ABC primetime report. And The good thing that happened during this time, though, was that doctors, researchers, scientists from around the world saw this clip and they got excited and they reached out to Dr. McCord and asked if they could get their hands on the product to start and fund their own studies. And so they initiated these studies. And today we have over 28 peer-reviewed published studies that you can actually go to pubmed.gov and see for yourself. This is pub like PUB like public, MED like medical, .gov like government. The National Institutes of Health Library of Medicine, where doctors and scientists do their own research. And the first study that was done concluded that Protandim reduces oxidative stress by an average of 40% in 30 days. The Department of Defense studied Protandim. American Heart Association, which had never endorsed a natural product before, recommended it to all of their members in their American Heart Association Circulation magazine. The National Institute on Aging said that Protandim is the only natural substance that they could prove extends life. So this is a big deal. This is not your average supplement. It is an activator. So back to the story. In 2006, we had a great study and we had all these success stories, but the shareholders were frustrated. Stock dropped from $20 to about 7 cents, almost got taken off the registry. And the board asked, how are we going to get this out to people? They tried online marketing, that didn't work. They tried putting it in GNCs, vitamin stores, but it only sold an average of half a bottle per store per month because nobody understood how this was different from other antioxidants. So finally, they hired a consultant to work with them. This consultant took one look at that ABC News clip, the peer-reviewed studies, and said this product needs to be moved through a network. There is a giant story here that needs to be told, and nothing is more effective than word of mouth advertising or person-to-person distribution. I can vouch for this as a midwife. It is, and when I know about a good restaurant or, I love my hairstylist, I tell everybody about her. So this is what every business owner is really hoping for when their constituents, their customers, their patients have a good experience with them and tell their friends. So the board was convinced to pull it off of the shelves and market it through individuals who are having their own experience and sharing with their networks. And so before network marketing, this is called network marketing. So before network marketing, Lifevantage was doing about $3 million per year. And once we changed network distribution channels, it went to 11 million in the first year, 39 million in the second year, 126 million in the third year, and we started trading on the NASDAQ. And now we are over 200 million, approaching $250 million, and still hardly anyone knows about this breakthrough. So the timing is amazing. And to take it from here, I am so honored and grateful to introduce you to one of my friends and colleagues and mentors in this business, Dr. Kathleen Kangas. She is a doctor of physical therapy, specializing in myofascial release and women's health. She has a private practice in Panama City, Florida, while also expanding her global business as a leader with Lifevantage for the last 12 years. She has been in the fitness world, both professionally and personally, for 35 years. She loves Peloton and CrossFit. She is a mom of 2 boys and a stepmom of 4 girls. And as a fun aside, we first met when I rented her a birth pool for her home birth of her 13-year-old. And then we reconnected through this business. So thank you, Kathleen. And I'm so excited that you're here. Thank you.
Thank you so much for the introduction and happy birthday, Liz. I think it's such a cool story that you gifted yourself. this business for your birthday 10 years ago. And we are still here today. What an amazing introduction to the activation company, Lifevantage. So I'm here to talk more about the business side of Lifevantage. And we're going to address 6 components that you should consider when looking at a business opportunity, because they are not all created equal in the network marketing space. You want to look at the company, trends in the marketplace, products, timing, compensation, and systems. So first of all, Lifevantage is publicly traded, as Liz mentioned. We love that because that means everything is transparent. We don't have to wonder what's going on behind the scenes. We also just recently acquired a company called Lifevantage, and we entered a whole new market of gut activation I'll talk about shortly. We are a debt-free company. We've sold over 2 billion of our flagship product, Protandim. We've been highlighted in Entrepreneur Magazine and Newsweek Magazine for our products and our platform. 28 peer-reviewed papers and studies at the National Library of Medicine. We have an incredible compensation plan we're going to talk about later. And we are at the forefront of nutrigenomics. That is the study of how nutrition impacts our gene expression. We are also doing business in, where do we, 28, wait, 20, I'm sorry. Is it 23 countries today and counting? I think I might be missing a flag on here because they keep adding a new country. But we are a global company at this point. So we started in the US, we continue to grow around the world. And what's really amazing is that even if we don't have business in a particular country, we have a global shipping program where literally people from countries that we're not technically open in can still receive our products through that program. I'm going to talk about trends here, including product trends. But before I go more deeply into this, let's talk about the trend of health and wellness. As Liz mentioned, Paul Zane Pilzer says health and wellness is the largest economic trend in world history. If we're going to jump into a business, jump into one that is the largest economic trend in world history. Anti-aging. People are looking to age slower. I'm living down here in Panama City. I feel like I'm in LA. Honestly, I had no idea how much people value looking younger. Oh my goodness, it is such a huge, huge market. People will spend hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars on looking younger sometimes before something else. Okay, it's a big thing. Home-based business. We found out through COVID that people found value in working from home. There's a lot of benefits to that. One, having flexibility with your family. I know that's one of the reasons that I decided to step into Lifevantage was I was looking for flexibility that allowed me to be home and present for my 2 young babies at the time. Lower cost of doing business. We know if anybody has a traditional business here, that it can be very expensive to launch a traditional business, thousands and thousands of dollars. It can take a long time to get a return on investment. There's high risk, there's high percentage of that business failing over time. So we want to reduce that risk and give people the opportunity to create a business of their own without all of that. And financial instability. That's no secret. All you have to do is turn on the news and know that people are struggling. They're struggling to pay their mortgages. They're struggling with jobs. They're living paycheck to paycheck. They're not able to save. They're not able to invest. So we want to help fill the gap with an opportunity to not only use products we're going to use anyway, but benefit from the growth of this company that's growing worldwide. And then we have product trends. First of all, what's truly amazing about our products is that we are approved through something called the Banned Substance Control Group. That means Olympic athletes, professional athletes are allowed to use our products. Now, I know some people that have been in professional sports and have used our products. And I remember one of them telling me specifically, I can't even go into the GNC and buy a multivitamin. That's how strict they are. Okay, so we have that clearance, and he was able to use our products because of this Banned Substance Control Group categorization. Our products are also unique, so you're not going to go buy activators at the local supplement store. They're category creating activation, as I mentioned, and we are first to market. Now, as other products will come out and as we go on and on that might have similar ingredients or say they might activate something. There's nothing like being first to market. And here's an example. When you go to blow your nose, do you grab a Kleenex or a tissue? Okay, it's a Kleenex, but it's not a Kleenex. Kleenex was just first to market, and we reference those because of that. They really entered the marketplace first, as our Protandim line has. So we have products in all of these growing markets globally: anti-aging, skincare, hair care, clean skincare and hair care, pet care, energy, and weight loss. These are just growing markets, and we have unique category creating and first to market products in all of them. So I'm going to spend some time highlighting our foundation product. This is the one that was in the ABC Primetime News Clip to help explain this a little bit more and answer some questions that people usually have. First of all, Protandim NRF2 is proven to lower oxidative stress by an average of 40% in 30 days. How does it do it? It does it by turning on that NRF2 pathway, which is like that sprinkler system inside. It is made up of 5 plant ingredients: turmeric, milk thistle, green tea, ashwagandha, and bacopa. Here's one of the questions people ask. Well, why can't I just take those things? I drink my green tea. The incredible thing about this product is not just the ingredients. It's the actual combination of the ingredients that make it so special. When they studied Protandim, you can find the study at pubmed.gov, they looked at these individual components. You can see they're very small boxes, and none of those individually activated that NRF2 pathway until we got it in this exact ratio. That ratio has been patented. So that's another thing we have with our products, our patents that protect our products, increasing the effectiveness 18-fold of that antioxidant gene expression. That's one of the most common questions. Well, can I just take these individual ingredients? But then what else can we activate? We went on to discover different pathways, and one of them is called your NRF1 pathway. So Protandim NRF1 came out second, and this supports healthy functioning mitochondria, not just by supporting them, but literally activating your mitochondria. I like to call these the runners of your cells. So they're the energies, the battery. And then we have Lifevantage, Protandim NAD synergizer, which helps support longevity and removal of cellular waste. Now, this can be compared to fasting. So when we fast, we activate this similar process. But what they found in the studies is that Protandim NAD actually took that activation a step further than fasting alone. It is the most powerful NAD on the market today. This is a big buzzword. If you look it up, people are talking about NAD. And here's another unique thing about what we've done with our product line. We've combined them. When you take Protandim, all of these products, we call it the tri-synergizer. Why is that? Well, when we take them together, they exponentially increase the effectiveness of the other. They synergize together. That also is something that is patented. And so even you can take Protandim NRF2, amazing, amazing product, foundation for anybody, I would say. But when you combine it with these other components, it's even more powerful. What else can we activate? We can activate our tissues, our collagen. Now, I'm a myofascial release therapist. I incredibly value what this product does because our connective tissue is connected to everything. No pun intended. It is connected to everything. And our collagen is not only a liquid collagen, which makes it very bioavailable. It's hydrolyzed, so it's already broken down into very small pieces. Your body doesn't have to work to digest it. It's 90% absorbed in your body, whereas often that powder collagen, it's like 10 to 30%. It's not the same. This not only supplements your collagen with 10 different peptides, it also activates your collagen production through gene expression, and it helps slow down the breakdown. So activates, it replenishes, and maintains your collagen. And look at this. This is the active ingredient, ruby red quinoa extract. You can see in the studies the increase in collagen density This is just so exciting for me. This is why I recommend this product for certainly all of people that I'm working with in my practice, but everybody. Don't just take collagen, activate it. This is just a little bit more about that bioavailability. Why liquid? And here are some visible results. You can just see how it improves the radiance, the glow, the tightness, the firmness of the skin. All different parts of our bodies. I love this because this is not just about the face. This is about our joints, our brain, our eyes, really every system. This is a friend of ours who vulnerably shared these photos of her legs 3 weeks after starting the activated liquid collagen. So if you have crepey skin, very weak skin, this can help strengthen it. And when you combine the collagen with Protandim, we call it the healthy glow stack because the study that came out for this combination, which is also patented, showed an increased resilience of cellular stress. Okay, so when your cells are stressed, they're going to be more resilient to that stress when you take the collagen and Protandim together. Healthy glow stack. Love this picture. What else can we activate? We can activate our gut. This is one of the products that came over when we acquired this incredible company, Lifevantage. This is called P84. It's a two-piece drink. It's kind of like juicing and also having all your juicing all your vegetables and also having all your fruits, combining them together with 84 unique, powerful ingredients. Look at this. We have prebiotics, probiotics, postbiotics, fermented ingredients, glutathione precursors. We have greens, we have reds, yellows, and purples, all in these two. I drink this every morning. This has had an incredible effect on my gut. Okay, so if your gut is too fast or if your gut is too slow, this can certainly help balance it out. It not only helps heal and or repair your gut, it helps replenish the bacteria in there and restores its healthy function. It also activates 14 specific peptides, regulate, repair, restore. I'm sorry, those are the three R's. And I like this, I like saying this because there's another buzzword out there called peptides. And what people need to know, and I hope that you hear from this, is that we activate your own peptides. Our peptides are something our body produces, so we can turn those on with this product. Think of the P84 as your offense and Protandim as your defense. This is a great combination. A lot of our products will come in these combos. We call them stacks. So your P84 helps restore communication, keeps your systems agile and strong. Protandim protects your cells from the hits life throws your way. Love that. And then what else can we activate? We can activate your brain. Axio is our drink. I have mine right here. I have it every single morning. It is literally brain food to improve mental endurance, mental acuity, concentration, memory. For anybody that's growing older, I think that's everybody here. We're all getting older. We might struggle with concentration and memory. I know for me, my kids struggled with focus and mood. So they drink Axio as well. This enhances our neurotransmitter function and the brain's resilience to stress. Have you ever felt that you have brain stress or brain fatigue or brain fog? This is for that. And I love that there's a caffeinated version and a decaf version. I drink my decaf later in the day, so the caffeine isn't, keeping me too alert at night, but it does help with that brain fatigue at the end of the day. And these are like our biggest activators that activate every cell. They activate the gut. They activate your tissues and your brain. But I'm going to address a few other things that activate some specific things in your body. One of them is this mind-body GLP-1 system, which reduces food noise, cravings, and helps create a balanced blood sugar. So due to this, people will often lose weight. Our study shows significant results, an average of 9 pounds in 8 weeks, 24 pounds in 12 weeks. Everybody is very different, but This is shown to increase that GLP-1 hormone in our gut by 200%. It's a pill, it's two pills and a powder that you integrate into a liquid. And here are just some results of that: reducing food noise, reducing cravings. I've been using this product personally for over a year now, and I love it. And I didn't know how much food noise I had prior to using this product. So I love being able to get through my morning and I'm not thinking about food the first moment I wake up. And I used to do that. We also have a fat burn. I love that this is integrated into a weight loss program, along with healthy diet and exercise. This is shown to increase resting calorie expenditure by 181 extra calories per day. This is my holiday favorite. I love to take this through the holidays just so I can splurge a little bit and not worry about my clothes feeling tight. We also activate pets. This is the only NRF2 activator on the market for pets today. It's called Pet Tandem. It's a chewable treat and it has a lot of other good ingredients in there for their eyes and their joints. So I love that. Just gave that to my dogs this morning. We also have some additional products to support gut health. We have a probiotic, which has a delayed release technology that delivers the beneficial bacteria deep into your gut instead of getting all killed off in your stomach acids. If you're buying it over the counter, that's probably happening. We also have a prebiotic drink, which acts as a fertilizer for the probiotic to promote a balanced gut microbiome. We have a postbiotic, which is part of our daily wellness immune support drink. And it includes just a healthy dose of zinc, vitamin D, vitamin C, elderberry, and we add that fermented yeast extract because we know that a healthy gut leads to a healthy immune system. This is my nighttime drink. I drink this as a tea. It's delicious. We also have some products to support our nutritional needs. So you may know or have seen or maybe take a multivitamin. Those are probably the most popular. People buy them off the counter, but we don't need all of those ingredients at the same time. So those all-in-ones are not all that great. The Rise AM gives your body that nutrients that you need in the morning for energy and alertness. Our Reset PM nutrients provide what your body needs to start calming down at the end of the night to support your circadian rhythms. And then we also have a D3 plus. Most people are deficient in D3. We have a very, very clean D3 product that you can integrate into your supplement program. We have an Omega Plus. This supports cognitive health, cardiovascular health, helps protect your cells, your skin. Actually, this is the only product that the CrossFit organization ever supports are omegas. And I'm guessing because they're so highly anti-inflammatory and important for that. But the unique thing about our omega is that these are boat to bottle. You can trace this product to the boat the fish were caught on. It's bottled very quickly. It's pristine. There's no fish taste, no fish burps. You can literally bite into the capsule and just swallow the oil. We have a product specifically for vision support and brain. If you use your phone a lot, if you're in front of your screen a lot, if your kids are in front of the screen a lot, we're creating damage to our eyes. And so not only do we have to struggle with just the fact of aging, but it's also this additional stress and oxidative stress that we create on our eyes because of screens. So this is our vision complex. We have very clean skin care and hair care. So this is a 4-piece regimen, a cleanser, True Renew, which is a plant-based retinol. Essentially, we have a True Lift, which goes all the way around the eye, even on the eyelid. And then we have True Hydrate. I love this line so much. This Hydrate is the most hydrating moisturizer I've ever used, and it really does help brighten the skin. We have a very clean sunscreen for your face, no scent, no white residue. It goes on smooth. If you have children, stock up on this stuff because you know it's so hard to get that stuff on their face in the summer. It sticks to their skin. I love this. I put it on my hand. And then we also have a Nerve 2 activating hand cream. We have that clean hair care. Now, if you go to an app called Think Dirty, you type in the personal care products that you currently use today, you can get a score. And you can also type in Lifevantage products, and you're going to see a green score. That's mean they're clean, non-toxic. That is a big piece in, in marketplace. People are looking for clean products, non-toxic things. Our skin absorbs everything, and our scalp absorbs everything 4 times faster. So we want to put clean stuff on our head. It's a shampoo, conditioner, and hair serum, which it protects the hair against the effects of oxidative stress with this NRF2 activation technology. So here's just some pictures of supported, healthy hair growth using the True Science line. And here's our beautiful line. We optimize health, we achieve more in our life, and we look radiant with our products. So maybe you're looking for more than products. So let's talk a bit about a compensation plan in a network marketing space. We have no assets that we have to keep in inventory. We don't have overhead. We don't have employees. We can work from anywhere. We have a customer service call center, tax benefits from owning your own business. You have your own business, but you work within a team. We have corporate leadership and personal development and events. And here's just a little breakdown of how we make money. We make money by sharing. We make money by building a team and growing, and we make money by leading. And as we grow in this path, we can make more and more income. So the first way we make money is by sharing products and enrolling customers. And you can see we earn the difference between what we pay as a consultant and what our customer pays. And as you grow that customer base, you can earn additional bonuses on that volume. So if somebody is very customer focused, you can earn significant money. In fact, if you have 4,000 points in customer volume, you can earn about $1,200 a month. And this is just from customers. When you start to build a team and enroll other consultants, that means you can kind of move up this path to the build and grow. When you look over here on the right side, we have an earnings statement that you can see on our website. Since we are a publicly traded company, everything is transparent. I love that. So you can actually see what people are making on average. You can also see the average time frame it takes to get there when using our proven system. We do have a system building and network marketing. So, make sure that you get with the person that invited you so you can learn that specific system in that team. But you can see in the very beginning here, the average income, oops, where did I go? $27, $26, $84 in the very beginning. Now that may not seem a lot, but I guarantee you, you have to have a lot of money in your savings account just to make $84 a month. A lot. And if you're earning 3.5% on your money, you have to have a lot in there. So it's just a little something maybe to offset the cost of your products. And when you start getting up into the senior consultant range, you're making $316, $531, $934. We're talking about money that contributes towards your kid's school, maybe your car payment, maybe your mortgage, maybe your 529 investments for your kids. This is much more significant. And it's known that about $300 extra a month could be enough to avoid a foreclosure for a family. That's really how tight people are living these days. So don't ever underestimate the value of $300 a month, $500, $900. And then you can see $1,700, $3,400, $6,700 in the managing consultant realm. That means that you have not only customers, but you have some other business partners that have joined you in your business, and they have started to turn around and do the same thing you're doing. Maybe inviting them to a presentation like this to hear about Lifevantage. Then you get to the higher ranks in the company, this executive rank, okay, where you're earning in the 5 figures right here, 14,000, 20,000, 43,000. I'll tell you a little bit about my story here. Let me just look at my next screen. 12 years ago, I've been self-employed since 2007 as a physical therapist. I can make very good money doing what I was doing. However, when I became a mom, my priorities totally shifted. I used to be a workaholic. I used to always squeeze another patient in. I used to be tired because it's a lot of manual work, but I was driven by that. And then priorities shifted. I don't know if that's happened for you in your life where priorities are shifting. Maybe you need more flexibility, but you also want more money and you don't want to trade your time away with a second job or whatever it is. I was looking for flexibility. Someone brought this opportunity to me, had no idea that I was looking for something. I saw that ABC News clip and was shocked I'd never heard of this. I've been in the health and fitness industry my entire life. Okay. I'm all things health. And I'd never heard of Protanum. So I knew once I did that research and looked at PubMed, those studies Liz mentioned, I knew I wanted this product in my body. I was a mom. I need to live a long time. It wasn't just about me anymore. It was about being present for like generations to come and having the energy to keep up with these kids. I have two boys. So I jumped in and I knew, I'm like, who would I keep this a secret from? An ABC primetime news clip? That would be like selfish of me to not at least share that with somebody. Well, I'm so glad I decided to come in the business. One, there was a tax benefit to just becoming a consultant right away. I knew I wanted the products and I knew I could not keep my mouth shut about this. And so what I thought, hey, if I made a few $100s a month, that would be worth it just to have time, the flexibility. And that soon turned into four figures, five figures, and has been completely life-changing. This has allowed me to remain very, very, very part-time in my practice. In fact, I even took a few years off just to be a present mom and just build Lifevantage because it was the most flexible thing. Now I get to have a private practice part-time because I want to, not because I have to. That takes an enormous amount of financial pressure off me and my family, but it fills my soul. And maybe you're doing something that really fills your soul too, but it doesn't do everything you need. It doesn't give you the time you need. Maybe it doesn't give you all the income you need. So this has allowed me to, invest money. It's allowed me to pursue other things that I have interest in with that additional money. And most importantly, it's allowed me to be a present parent and have the opportunity to support people like Liz and other amazing people on my team to do the same, have that same opportunity. So in the beginning, when you do come in if you do decide to come in the business, there's some benefits in those first 7 days and 30 days to help you get your business launched. And there's even opportunities for additional bonuses if you decide to grow quickly. Again, you're not by yourself. You will have mentors by your side. I mentioned, so because of this Pro 7, I'm coming back around to this executive rank. One thing that's so unique and special about our Evolve plan is this executive pool. Because we're a publicly traded company, everything's transparent. But when you become a leader, you start to participate in global profit sharing. Global profit sharing, you earn a piece of the pie. And what does that do? That creates a company that's full of collaboration because we're not here to compete with each other. We're here to grow Lifevantage as a whole. And so that means that newest person that comes in, and if that's you, there's a lot of incentive to reach down and help you move forward because that's our compensation plan fosters that behavior. So this is very exciting when you get to participate in a global company that's growing. They give you a little bit of commission. That's a big incentive to get to that executive rank. We also have incentives and travel. We have trips. We have our Life Venture program where you can earn the title to a Jeep Wrangler or $30,000 in cash. They've done a trip to South Africa recently, just got back from Alaska. These are trips of a lifetime, and usually anybody at any level can run for some of these trips. Some are just for executives, some are across the board. So if you love to travel and you love to travel red carpet and you love to not have to pay for it, these are really, really fun ways to help you grow your business. So we have a simple system. It is really about duplication in network marketing. This is not about going out and recreating the wheel, creating business cards and things that you would do in a traditional business. This is about plugging into a system that is already proven to work. And the only thing you need to know how to do is how to invite somebody and how to introduce them to a support team member. That's the most simple way I can tell you. And we do have a training system when you come in as a consultant. And we're going to link arms with you and help you move forward just the way we did when we got started. So at this point, you are falling into one of three categories after listening to this presentation. One is you want to do more research. Maybe this is your first time hearing about this, but there is a unique Lifevantage website that the person who invited you um, has. So you want to get that information. You can do online research at scholar.google.com or PubMed. We like to drive people there or to our website because there's always paid bloggers and advertisers out there who are looking to capture people looking for negative information. You see it all the time. People will start talking about the latest buzz, even if it's super negative, because it draws attention. So we like to help people distinguish between those sources. We also have some private Facebook groups. Maybe you're interested in becoming a customer and getting activated yourself. You're looking for that vitality. You're looking to optimize your health, achieve more, and look radiant. We have some great programs for customers. One, you can save money through any of our stacks. We have a wellness rewards credit program, and that will help you earn credits to use towards subsequent orders. We have a subscription program, which saves you about 10% on your products. So you'll get back with the person that got you or invited you here, and we can get you started as an activated consumer. And if you're interested in becoming a consultant, you're going to pick a pack. There's several packs to choose from. I came in with the largest pack when I came in because I knew I wanted everything. I wanted the best tax benefit. I wanted the best return on investment and the best savings. So there's benefit to our bigger packs, which include mostly all the products. It's about $1,000. This is just one of the bigger packs. You can save about 30%. You get a free ticket to our company convention coming up. And it's just, you get the most bang for your buck. But there's some smaller packs that include more specific products that you'd like to get started with as well. The point is, you get in where you fit in. And most importantly, I want you to understand the timing of all of this is really incredible. In network marketing, it is about timing. In real estate, it's about location. Even though we're a global company, even though we're publicly traded, even though we've been around for quite a while, people still do not know about activation. This is still a new concept. In 12 years, I've only met a handful of people who had ever even heard of oxidative stress. So we are talking about something that 40 years ago, people who were talking about probiotics, they're in the same place. Nobody understood what probiotics were, but they started talking about it 40 years ago. So if you were one of those people and your business was around gut health 40 years ago, you'd be in a pretty good place. We're in a very good position right now to start to open up this business, start building your network with people that have never heard of this. Okay. Because once it's saturated, then a lot of your friends have heard about this already. So I hope that gets you excited. We have an incredible culture here. We are Team LV Transform. One of our mentors is on the line right now, Miss Marcy Steiner. She's in a bunch of these pictures. We have an incredible time. This is like a family. We work very closely together. We travel together. We have fun together. Sometimes we cry together, but we grow together to achieve success. Whatever those goals are for you, we want to help you reach those. So with that, I'm going to turn it back over to Miss Liz to close it up. And just want to thank you all for being here during this lunch and learn hour. And back to you, Liz.
Oh, thank you so much, Kathleen. So yes, I'd love to continue the conversation and hear what you liked best and where you fit in. And thank you all so much for being here, and blessings for the rest of your day.